Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you work in enterprise communications, you already know the massive headache of bridging legacy voice systems with modern IP networks, right? Well, today we're unboxing a real game changer, the Redstone Systems DG100 Gateway. We're going to take it from the raw hardware specs, prep its physical home, and then set up those critical digital rules to get your traffic routing safely and efficiently. Let's get into it.
So here's our quick roadmap for today. 1. Equipment overview. 2. Installation environment. And 3. Basic configurations.
Section 1. Equipment Overview. Let's meet the hardware.
Right out of the box, you'll see the DGW100 rocks a sleek, standard 1U form factor. But hey, don't let that slim profile fool you. This machine is essentially a high-speed digital traffic cop. It sits right at the edge of your network, seamlessly connecting those legacy ISDN voice systems to modern IP-based infrastructure. It's designed to just slot cleanly into any standard server rack while carrying a genuinely massive workload. And when I say massive workload, I mean packed into that 1U chassis is the ability to handle up to 120 simultaneous VoIP calls. If you're running a heavy traffic enterprise environment or a super busy call center, this is an absolute powerhouse metric. It guarantees you aren't going to be dropping crucial communications during those crazy peak hours. But wait, it actually doesn't stop at active calls. This gateway supports a staggering 1,000 SIP trunk account registrations. That means the device is incredibly flexible when it comes to managing and routing distinct accounts all at the exact same time. It is literally built for serious scalability. Okay, looking under the hood, it boasts 256 megabytes of system memory, driven by a really capable TI AM3352 processor and a dedicated DSP for voice. But here is the absolute key takeaway for us. Despite all that processing power, it maintains an incredibly efficient maximum power consumption of just 18 watts. Seriously, 18 watts? High performance, super low thermal footprint. Now, beyond just the raw numbers, the DGW100 brings heavy-duty interoperability to the table. It features gigabit Ethernet ports, so you avoid any network choking, and it supports up to 4 T1 or E1 spans, which is obviously critical for tying into legacy PBX systems. More importantly, though, it natively supports top-tier TLS and SRTP encryption, so your voice data isn't just moving fast, it is moving securely across the entire network.
Moving right along to Section 2, Installation Environment. Let's talk about the physical layer.
So your equipment room absolutely must meet some strict, non-negotiable baselines. First off, your rack needs top-tier ventilation to dissipate heat. Environmentally, you've got to keep the humidity strictly between 10% and 90% non-condensing, with the temperature sitting right between 0 and 40 degrees Celsius. You know as well as I do, failing to maintain these limits is just a fast track to hardware degradation, no matter how robust this gateway is.
And here is a crucial point for all you telecom engineers out there: power isolation. You've got to install the equipment's power supply totally independently from other devices, utilizing a UPS AC stabilized supply. This guarantees absolute communication stability. Because let's be real, you definitely do not want a random power spike from a neighboring server taking down your entire voice network. That is a nightmare.
Finally, Section 3, Basic Configurations. Time for the logical layer. All right, when you're routing calls across those ISDN lines, you actually have to tell the gateway how to search for available channels or time slots. You've got a choice here. You can select a forward search mode, which means the gateway looks for an idle time slot in an ascending order, say starting at time slot 1 and counting up. Or you can go with backward mode, searching in descending order, starting down at time slot 24 and counting backward. Why does this matter? Well, configuring this correctly based on your telco provider's specific settings totally prevents call collisions and ensures lightning-fast connection times for your inbound and outbound traffic. Now to wrap up this setup, we must lock this system down. Out of the box, you've got to actively secure your network. Step 1, change the default HTTP and HTTPS ports immediately. Step 2, utilize voice security to configure specific SIP-allowed IPs, which is huge for preventing toll fraud. And Step 3, lock down your admin access by adding a strict maximum of 20 trusted IP addresses to your whitelist. Only these 20 IPs will ever be able to hit the web or SSH services, no exceptions. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take a hard look at your own server room. Check your power isolation and review your gateway configurations. Ask yourself, is your network truly operating at this level of physical efficiency and logical security? By leveraging strict environmental standards and secure configurations, you ensure your enterprise voice traffic isn't just flowing, it's absolutely thriving. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep optimizing.